The last time that I was at this pitch was a very difficult day as a Redhill fan, but the sun is out today. It is a new dawn under the new Redhill manager. Pleased to introduce Sam Morgan. Welcome to the club. Why Redhill?
A number of things. One, nice local lad. I played here probably almost 10 years ago under Gavin Gordon, and I enjoyed my time here whilst I was here. And it's a fantastic club, and seeing the work that's gone in, certainly in that time, to today is amazing. Obviously, have people like yourself and the rest of the fans that have obviously built up a strong lobster army, as it were. So, yeah, it's important to try and carry on from the fantastic work that was happening on and off the pitch last year.
That brings us on nicely to what I wanted to ask you next, which is there's obviously big shoes to fill from what Jordan's left. Is that quite daunting, or is it quite an exciting challenge for you to sort of create your own legacy?
It's exactly that. It's my own legacy, really, I think, and that's not shying away from the quality work that Jordan and his team did. As I said, like it's a great reason why it's also an attractive proposition, because he's worked quite closely, obviously, with the guys off the field as well to put this club together, and at this level anyway. The club's always been sort of a sleeping giant, really. They need to get back to where they need to be, and that's why it was important to join this team at this situation and try and give it the justice it needs, which is a bit of a rebuild ultimately. So yeah, big shoes. But like anything in non-league, when a manager moves on, players move on and things change, and you have to put your own stamp on things. It's never a carbon copy, and that goes for every year you join a new season. It's all new and all changed. So yeah, big shoes to fill, but certainly I believe in myself and what my staff and the new players are going to do as well.
Fantastic. Look, I'm not going to ask you about transfers and stuff like that, because obviously we spoke off camera before, and I knew coming into this anyway that you're not going to go, oh yeah, we're looking at him and we got him coming in next Tuesday. We'll find all of that out as and when it happens. But what are your... Oh God, I'm not going to ask you, are you challenging for the league? Are you wanting to sort of where exactly you're finishing? But what are your ambitions with this team? Is it a steady approach early on and see where you end up? I don't know.
The club deserves to be challenging. So, that's the first and foremost. So we need to try and put ourselves in the best position possible to go and do that. We shouldn't be in a position where we're not in the top half of the table and pushing on, really, at the end of the day is a bare minimum. But yeah, the fans are going to want to see a style of football that actually ultimately produces 3 points every time. So we'll go out and try and do that the best way we can. And as I said, like it's progressing from last year if we can. That ultimately, if we can do that and move forward with that, we will try to do so, and try and get over any obstacles that are potentially in our way.
Okay, and you touched on style of play is obviously something that not everybody will know too much about. Do you have a sort of a Sam Morgan ball? Like, what does that look like?
Sam Morgan ball. I think for me, that's what I want out of players. I think the players, probably the ones that know me and certainly will find out soon, the guys that don't, just honest players all the way through. Like, I think my biggest thing is doing it for your teammates and not just obviously for myself and the staff. Like, if you're walking around, it's not just costing you, it's costing your teammates. So there's certain aspects, and as people, the new term people keep saying is non-negotiables will be put in place, obviously. Thank you, Mikel Arteta, for that one. But yeah, ultimately, yes, there are always foundations to good sides. Whether you play tiki-taka and pass it to death, or you go long, like, no one can say there's one particular style that suits best in football. If you look at the guys that were in the playoffs and won the league last year, almost like 5 or 6 teams that were completely different styles. So ultimately, the boys have just got to work hard to get to how I want to play, and that is obviously try and be on the front foot where we can. A certain tempo to the game that I'll be looking out for, and as I said, it's the stuff off the ball and having honest players all the way through. So without giving away too much to the camera right now, but people will know what they expect from me, and I'm sure anyone that's done their homework will look at the teams that I've been at in the past and how we play.
That's it. And you've obviously got a background in social media, sort of outside of this as well.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a case of joining Redhill, trying to grow what's happening on the pitch, but also what's happening off it and how people see the club online?
non-league online is that's a whole different world. That is, I saw some of the comments with what happened last year, and it's dog eat dog world a little bit, and it's ruthless. People smell blood, and the comments come flying out. But ultimately, it's good for everyone. At the end of the day, it's big exposure for the club, and we'll do our bit to help with that. Working with people like yourself and anyone else that is involved in the media team to make sure they know as much as we can what's happening obviously at the club. And I said we owe that to the fans as well. I think the average attendance last year I saw was like 258. Want to try and keep that going, and obviously keep that momentum of building on that. And ultimately people are going to see a certain style of football and things that are going on off the field, and whether it's new food vendors and new things that are going on like that, and the drums, etc. We want to draw up obviously that excitement that that average attendance rises. So if I can do that via social media, I will, without getting into too much trouble.
Yeah, I get that. Well, look, we're very excited to have you on board, and we're very excited to see what the future looks like. No one's got any real expectations. I don't think anyone with a sensible footballing mind is not going to be expecting us to go and win the league or X, Y and Z next season, but we're all very excited to have you here. Thank you very much for your time.
No worries, mate.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. Cheers.